July 31st, 2022, we only have 60 days to the No Name Nationals. I just got home from Detroit and I went out there to look at Casper, and I just couldn't believe of how bad Casper has gotten over time. We have a lot of work to get done between now and then, and I don't know if it's going to get done, but if I want to end up in the winner's circle, I've got to put Casper first, and I've got to make sure that this work gets done in these 60 days. So that's going to take a systematic approach to making sure that every I gets dotted and every T gets crossed. Just like the thumbnail said, it's time. I'm back from Detroit. It was a long week up there, but there is no place like home. It was nice up there. Got to stay in the GM Tower. I know, right? Ford guys staying in the GM Tower. Go figure. So, let's talk about time, or the lack thereof. As you know, the No Name Nationals is coming up at the end of September, October 1st. And we basically have 60 days as of today, which is July 31st, 2022. So I talked about a systematic approach in getting Casper back up and running. What was I talking about? Well, the one thing that we need to address as the elephant in the room is scheduling, okay? August 29th is going to be the quickest that I can get my truck in with a guy up in Hickory, North Carolina, Tyler Summers of BarnBuilt Speed and Fab. He's going to do the headers on Casper, and the 29th of August is the fastest that he can get to me. So that's at the end of the month. So pretty much I have 1 month to get the engine, transmission, get all of the plumbing done, and get it ready to go up there to him so that he can start fabbing up the headers. We're going to do a fenderwell style header just because it makes more sense. And to be honest, it just looks cool with a set of fenderwell headers, you know. So I'm going to have to totally change my exhaust setup compared to what I had with the 393, which is no big deal really. But 2-inch primaries going into a merge collector with scavenge tubes going into the collectors. It should be pretty cool. So I'm excited about getting this thing up to Tyler's. But I've got to get all of this work done. And so let's talk about Tyler's timeline. Now, I do not know how long it's going to take to build these headers. You know, I've had people ask me, why don't you do it? Well, first of all, I don't have the time. Second of all, I want it done right. Tyler's work is unbelievable. As you'll see in these pictures here, his work is top notch. I mean, he's building a Fairlane, putting a supercharged Coyote in it, drag cars, you name it, he does it all. And so I've known Tyler for quite some time. When we were doing the Mod Motor Nationals, I actually spoke to him about Casper back in 2018, I think it was. We were talking about turbos. So I'm excited about him doing the work on that, which leads me into another point. It's only going to leave me about maybe 1 week to test if I'm lucky, and I may not even get that. So a lot of you are coming to the No Name Nationals to see me and Uncle Tony race. Well, I can tell you firsthand, it's not going to happen there. He and I have talked. We've decided to push this race out into the fall. We don't know where we're going to do it at yet, but I do know, since we're racing for $4,000, that I want Casper to be spot on and ready to make a pass. And I know that you want to see Uncle Tony and Bottle Rocket dialed in, so that it's not a matter of one of us breaking at the track and that what makes the other person win. So with that being said, Tony, I'm wanting to up our $4,000 bet to $5,000. You heard it here and you heard it first. $5,000, because Tony's idea was, he was hoping that I was going to have trouble. Well, while I can't predict what's going to happen at the track, I can be as prepared as I possibly can be. And I promise you, when I pull into the water box beside Bottle Rocket, Casper is going to be set on keel. So, Tony, get Bottle Rocket together. Let's get this settled in the fall when it's a little bit cooler. And then all of the viewers will see it here on our channels as it happens. Does that mean that I'm not going to race it to No Name Nationals? No. I have other call outs. Just Mopar Joe, John Cope, Thumper the Sweaty Fat Guy, a bunch of others. Anyways, so when I bring Casper to the No Name Nationals, I'm going to be using that as a tuning event, and I have no idea what it's going to do, but we're still going to race because we're racing for fun, not money. And they'll probably get all of the prestige after they outrun Casper, to be honest with you. But I can't wait to meet everyone at the No Name Nationals because this is going to be a pretty epic event. And so I'm going to get to work on Casper. I've got to get the engine transmission in this week. I want to get Casper cleaned up, give it a bath, knock off the cobwebs, the dirt daubers, all of that mess, so that it's actually good to work on. You know what I mean. So until next time, this is Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage. I'll catch you later.